So Jamal, 100 Pompey appearances, a fantastic achievement. How good does it feel to hit that milestone?
Well, it's just amazing to finally get there. From the day I signed, I wouldn't have thought to get to 100 appearances this quick, or 100 at all. So it's an honour.
And was it something that you were aware of going into the game? When did it first sort of go onto your radar?
I think a couple of weeks ago, just looking at the programme, and it just says, I was on 96 or something like that. So I was like, it's coming up soon. I didn't think I played that many, but it's good to finally get there.
And you mentioned when you first signed, you didn't expect to be able to hit it so quickly. Just going back to when you first joined the club, what were your sort of ambitions and your excitement levels like when you first came here?
Obviously, I was excited. You expect to just be a fringe player for quite a while, coming from where I came from, and how well the team was doing. So I never expected to get as much game time as I had, to get as many starts and appearances and that as I have. First play. Yeovil at home, first league goal. From the maddest angle. I probably should have passed it to Cal Naismith there, but that was me just being greedy, I guess. Obviously, you see, Nazy's in a lot of space. Benno's in the box. Obviously, celebrating with all the boys there. I was just buzzing. Obviously, see Nicky Kabamba come in, one of my best mates. So that was nice as well, that we all celebrate together.
So many memories you've made over the past 2 years, so many great players you played with. What are your sort of standout memories and the people who've really made a big impact during your time here?
That's a tough one. Standout memories obviously are going to be the big ones, like my debut, my first goal against Yeovil, obviously Notts County, last game of the season in League Two, winning the league. Obviously those are all big milestones, big games that will always stick with me. Even my first League One appearance, that I got sent off, it's still a big game in my in my career. So there's been a few. Notts County away, first goal. I don't know how this went in, but didn't even strike it clean. But I think the bounce done the goalie. But I never really took this game in. I never really thought about how important this game was at the time. It was just another game. Second goal coming up. Here we go. 1v1 with the goalie. Salat. Yeah. That's probably my favourite Portsmouth goal of all time, because I've never really dinked a goalie in my life, and that was the first time on that big stage, so I'm happy with that. Celebrating here, my man Connor Chaplin. What a day. That was a great day for everyone, for the club, for the fans. A lot of my family was at the game. That was ledge. And then there we are, getting our trophies, getting our medals, sorry. Got that framed in the house. You can hear the fans singing in the background. That's just ledge, isn't it? That brings back some good memories.
Was there ever a moment where you sort of truly felt, I am now a Pompey player, or sort of what is it that makes Portsmouth feel like home to you?
A lot, obviously. I've mentioned the fans before, and obviously they've made it feel like home. My missus lives with me in Portsmouth, so that's another thing. Obviously, we've had a baby. She was born in Portsmouth, so it does feel like home. We've got a house now, so it does start to feel like home.
And you mentioned the red card. Obviously, it's sort of inevitable that there's going to be a few setbacks. So how much of a sort of learning curve, how much have you learnt during your time with the club so far?
I've learnt a lot, really. I think I've matured over the last 2 years massively, on and off the pitch. A lot of it's due down to the football I've played. A lot of it's obviously lifestyle related, but I think as a person I've grown up a lot in Portsmouth, of being away from mum and dad, that whole wrapped in cotton wool situation, you're out on your own, here you are, you've got to do everything for yourself. I know it sounds very simple, but from when you go from living with your mum and dad and having most things done for you, you don't think about doing your washing or paying all the bills on time and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's definitely been a massive learning curve. Fleetwood away, I think Ben Close has the deadest shot in history, and I managed to pull him out of trouble with the finish. That's when we had the young side out. I think we had like one of the youngest teams we've ever had. The only players over 23, I think, was Hawkins and Burge at the time. Everyone else was quite young, which is good. It's another big game. Wigan at home against Cookie. It's always nice, isn't it, to score against an old manager. It's such a big game as well. They was running away with the league, and that just gave them a little shot. Like, again, another celebration that I've never done before. That's my first ever knee slide in history. I've never done it since.
Just finally, to sort of bring it up to date, you're not showing any sign of stopping. You've been pretty much an ever-present in the side this season. So what do you sort of see the future holding for, first for yourself and then for the club?
Well, hopefully we can keep on the form that we started the season with and finish off the job, really. It's half a job at the minute. We're in a good position, but we all know where we want to get to by the end of the season. So hopefully we can manage that. And that'd be great if I can feature as much as I have in the first half of the season and contribute with some goals as well. I think my ankle's hurting. That was when I wasn't supposed to play. I had an ankle injury and I hurt it in the celebration again because I jumped up and landed on the bad ankle, and I was like, oh my God, have I just re-injured myself? But I managed to get through it. How buzzing Ronan is. Ronan's more buzzing than me there. Look at him. Oxford at home, probably my best goal. Technique-wise, probably my best goal for Portsmouth. Obviously not the biggest in the grand scheme of things because I think we was winning 3-2 at the time. It's in the 90th minute, but still nice. Yeah, it's a nice goal. Southend at home, another Ronan Curtis assist and a header, which I don't do enough. I only scored, 3 headers for Portsmouth. So that was buzzing there, little baby celebration for a boy due in April. That was a little celebration that I dedicated to him coming soon, and my missus being pregnant. Fleetwood again. Fleetwood featured a couple times on there. That was a nice little goal, nice little spin, little gun lean with my man Ronan again. Here we go, second goal against Fleetwood. Goalie probably should have saved it, but thank God he didn't, because I probably should have passed it anyways. And that's it.